Hey, what's up everybody? It's George here and we're back with another video. Now today's video is the Goblin 500 wrap-up video. If you recall in the last video of the electronic setup series, I said there was a few things left to do and I wasn't going to record them, but then I thought I recorded everything else, so might as well do one more video and wrap it up. Some of the things I need to do is balance the blades. I need to go over the entire helicopter and make sure that all the bolts are tight and Loctited. I want to look at the AR-7200 and make sure that none of the settings got changed while I was shooting all the videos. Just make sure that everything is ready to go so I can put this thing in the air and do a shakedown flight. Let's go over to the bench and get started so we can get this bird in the air. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of little things that need to be done before we can get the Goblin 500 in the air. One of the first things is to do a break-in cycle on my two new pulse batteries. I have that going on right now in the background. My iCharger is running it through a cycle. I'm also charging up my DX8 so that it's going to be ready. And the next thing I'm going to do is balance the blades. Now when I balance the blades, the first thing I do is I weigh each blade. So let's do that now. Okay, both of these blades weigh exactly 84.8 grams. They're exactly the same weight. I don't need to put any tape to balance these guys out as far as blade to blade. The next thing that I'm going to do is find the center of gravity of each blade. First thing I'm going to do is level out my table here. Okay, now I've got the center of gravity marked on each blade, and that's where I'll apply any tape if I need to balance the blades when I put them on the balancer. The next thing that I need to do is go ahead and mount the blades on the balancer and see how they balance with both blades. And it looks like these blades are perfectly balanced out of the box. I don't need to apply any tape. These blades are ready to go. So the next thing to do, of course, is put them back on the helicopter. But before I do that, I want to go through and tighten up all the bolts. So let's do that next. Okay, now what I need to do is go through and make sure that all of my nuts and bolts are tight and Loctited. I know there was a few that I didn't Loctite because I thought I may be taking the tail off when I was setting up the electronics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the front, work my way to the back, make sure they're all tightened up. Okay, all of the bolts have been checked on the helicopter. The ones that I knew that I didn't Loctite, I went ahead and I Loctited them. Everything's all tightened down. Now we're ready to go ahead and take a quick look, real quick, run through the AR-7200BX settings. So let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, what I'm going to do here is cycle through all of the parameters just in case one of them may have been changed while I was making the videos. So first let's start with the setup parameters. Now I'm not going to be changing any of the travels or limits. I know those are fine. What I'm looking for is the defaults, starting with channel A. Okay, that's all the setup settings. Now let's take a look at the parameter settings. Parameter A. We've gone through the AR-7200BX. We've tightened up all the bolts. We've balanced the blades, did all of our final checks. Everything is looking good. I think this helicopter is ready for a shakedown flight. Let's go upstairs and wrap up this video. Well, there you have it. The Goblin 500. Completely built, all set up, tuned in as best as you can, and ready to go. Let's hope that the weather cooperates tomorrow, and I'll be putting this bird in the air for a shakedown flight. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy flying, friends!